Ladies and gentlemen, we are going live. So, welcome to this next class of traveling. So, this time we are going to go to Missouri. So, how's everybody doing today?
Good, and you?
All right, I'm all right. Hold on, let me move the camera a little bit. I only just realized. Okay, so by a show of hands, has anyone been to Missouri? Just one of you. Okay, that's totally fine. So, to those of you who have heard of Missouri, those of you who have not, so we are going to be going to this little state called Missouri. It's often called the Show Me State, the Cave State, the Mother of the West. It's known by those names, and we're going to talk about that a little bit, and we're going to clear up some confusions because there is a city in Missouri that shouldn't be there because it has a different name contrary to where it is. So let's get started, shall we, with the flag. So to those of you who traveled internationally, this flag may seem a little familiar to you. Does it look familiar to anyone?
No.
United States flag.
Nope, not even. So this is going to be a little tricky, so I'm just going to give it to you. So the design, people have said, looks a little bit familiar because these are the same colors as the French flag, and it's also the same pattern design as the Dutch flag.
Okay, but it has red, white, and blue. It has bears. It has stars.
Yep.
Right?
Pretty much. So you can see this flag right here has these little stars right here, these two bears, because there's some common animals over there in Missouri. And then it says, "We stand divided, we fall united." That's their motto. And right on the bottom, it says, "Solos populi suprema lex estos," which I'm not remembering the translation correctly. It's Latin for "the welfare of the people be the supreme law." So in other words, the welfare of the people come first.
What are the letters underneath?
Letters underneath, that's the year it was established.
Huh.
So yeah,
Okay.
it was pretty much established in the 1800s, but you have to remember that it was born out of the American Civil War. Not exactly a great start. So obviously you're going to be seeing these flags everywhere. Sometimes you have some without the seal, and there are those that have the seal on here. And if you look even closer in the middle, so obviously you have the bear and you have the crescent moon. It's placed up. That's a whole different time within the night cycle. And right over here you have the familiar eagle with Captain America's first shield. That's going to be a thing from now on. So obviously you have this eagle carrying the arrows and the olive branch, obviously representing different things depending on who you talk to. But obviously the universally accepted symbolism is that the arrows represent the original colonies and the branches represent peace.
Oh, those bubbles right there.
The what?
Those things right there, the blue stuff.
Right up here?
Yeah, there.
Those are just branches from a tree.
Oh.
That's all they are. So let's move on to the next one. So let's talk about where Missouri is located. So to those of you who are not familiar with the American Midwest, here it is right over here. And here's Missouri surrounded by other states like Iowa, Illinois, which we talked about at some point, Kansas, Oklahoma, which is where we're going next. I promise this time that's where we're going next. Then you got Arkansas, Kentucky, a little bit of Tennessee, and all of this surrounded. And you notice that it's right in the middle, right? So the reason why this is important to bring up is because long ago, Missouri was considered a gateway to the West, kind of like a certain state called Indiana was long held, believed to be the gateway to the West. So as we're going to talk about in the next one, but real quick, let's talk about some interesting things about Missouri. So first of all, you're probably wondering what kind of weather it has. So generally speaking, it has something what is called a humid subtropical weather. So it's not tropical, but it certainly feels like it at times because it's humid, and it can a little bit, humid out, obviously, with the moisture in the air. That's during the spring and summer, and then during the autumn and winter seasons, it gets a little colder, almost to the point where certain places even snow, even though a lot of this was just pretty much just plains area. It's just flat lands, kind of like a certain state we talked about a while back, Nebraska. Sound familiar, Carrie?
It does.
Yeah, because it's where you're from.
Exactly.
Yeah, it was where you were born and raised.
Oh, boy.
Yep. So the capital of Missouri is actually Jefferson City, and this is where the confusion is going to come in. So the largest city is Kansas City.
In Missouri.
Yeah, this is where the confusion comes in. It doesn't make sense. And let me clear up some history right here.
They made a mistake.
So Kansas City in Missouri was incorporated back in the year 1853, 8 years before Kansas became the 34th state. The Missouri city took its name from the Kansas River, okay, which was inspired by the Kansa people, which is where the name Kansas comes from. Okay?
It's all coming together.
Yep. And these were Native Americans of the Kaw Nation, and they were mostly within, as we're showing right here, along these rivers, St. Louis, Missouri, New Madrid. All of this land was inhabited by the Kaw people and the Missouria, which we talked about in Nebraska. If you guys remember back in Nebraska, we talked about the Missouria people. This is where the state Missouri comes from. Yeah. So long ago, a lot of this land was inhabited by the natives people, and when Western Europeans settled here, they saw this as a gateway to the West because they believed for a long time that the West was largely uninhabited. Because back then, one, they didn't have GPS.
Right.
First of all, we didn't have GPS. Begs the question, why? And secondly, because nobody explored the Great West, which is where Elwyn, California is located right now, and therefore, how do you have an eyewitness account if no one's even been to that place? A place you would believe, by and large, is either made up at best or at worst, just some crazy fantasy that no one even believes you about.
Right.
So, yeah. So this is why we have all of these lands right over here that was considered a gateway to the West, because people were traveling from Indiana all the way here, and then they would take trains and more trails, kind of like a certain Oregon Trail, if any of you are familiar with that. So, yeah. So let's talk about what Missouri is known for. Let's move on to the next slide. Has anyone heard of the Ozarks?
No.
No?
The TV show.
Okay, that's a little different, but sure. I mean, it does take place in the Ozarks. Otherwise, why would it be called Ozark?
It's so pretty, though.
Yeah, Ozark is pretty well known as being heavily forested, and this is just one section of it. And it has a network of rivers, and it's got these plains areas. It is pretty well known as a place where you could go hiking and a place where you can go kayaking, because the rivers are that wide enough and it's that deep enough that you got a kayak and a canoe, and you just go boating down the river.
Fantastic.
Yes.
I do kayaking before.
Oh, nice. I've done kayaking a few times too. Oh, speaking of kayaking, here's an example of that.
Nice.
So you can see that the Ozark rivers are that wide enough that you can go on a little boat, start paddling away. I hope to go fishing over there because why not? So yeah, also we have to understand about the Ozarks is that they are very well known for its freshwater rivers, which is why it's largely considered safe to drink the water, but I would prefer you didn't. Just make sure you purify that water, not like we're in a survival situation. So let's move on to the next one.
Ooh,
Oh, I know
what's
that.
that?
By show of hands.
What is that, Bruce?
Louisiana.
Nope.
Good guess, though.
Is it?
Arch.
So
It's large.
it is an arch,
It's an arch.
but you know what else it is?
It's an arch.
It's an observation tower.
Huh. Can you go in there?
Yeah, you can. Let me show you in the next slide. Yep. You better not be afraid of heights, because this is how you can be up here and you can observe things from the top.
Is it scary out there?
If you're afraid of heights, yeah.
Yeah, I am.
Let me show you something else. This is what you see when you get to the top.
Well, now we don't have to go.
Yeah,
Problem solved.
this is the Mississippi River. That's what you see right here.
So much water everywhere today.
Well, I'm telling you right now, when you go out in the Midwest, that's what you're going to find. So yeah, when you reach the top, this is what you see. And if you're afraid of heights, better not go. That's going to be a huge issue for you guys if you're afraid of
I
heights.
wanna be safe, don't wanna get hurt.
Yeah. So let's talk about some sports teams.
Yeah.
Anyone familiar with the Kansas City Chiefs?
No,
No? Well, I'll tell you this much. There are people here at Elwyn who are Chiefs fans. They'll tell you all about it.
Yeah.
Yes, Patricia.
I'm a Chiefs fan.
Yeah, there you go.
You are. Wow, go Bruce.
yeah.
Yeah, Kansas City Chiefs.
Cheer.
Yeah, look at it. Yeah.
They are one of the top sports teams in Missouri. And just to give you a little statistics here, some numbers that you should know about. They have three league championships, 2 Super Brown championships, 2 conference, and 14 division championships.
Wow.
So that's nothing to slouch over.
What's that?
That's the Cardinals.
Cardinal.
What color bird is that?
Red,
Red.
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 The bird eats bread. I'm like,
Certain birds do, yeah, but
That's yellow, then the whole thing is red right there.
the bat.
that's a baseball
red,
bat.
that yellow, green.
Because that bird is going to hit a home run at some point.
Baseball.
No baseball.
Good job. Yeah.
So to give you an idea about the St. Louis Cardinals, guess what they're from? A little
Yeah.
place called St. Louis.
St. Louis.
Yeah, and I wonder where the Kansas City Chiefs come from.
Missouri.
Yes. Good job,
Which
Carrie.
makes no sense.
Oh,
So the Cardinals have 11 World Series titles, 19 National League pennants, 12 Central Division titles, 3 East Division titles, and 5 wild card berths.
Wow.
Yeah.
2 turtle doves and
Yeah, we're in Christmas. We're in Christmas in the middle of April. Congratulations.
That's awesome. That's a big sports.
By the way, who's hungry?
I
I
am.
am.
Yeah.
Debbie wakes up.
Yeah.
What is that?
So this is a little thing called cheese curds.
Ooh, not those.
Cheese curds are just basically little balls of cheese that you wrap around breading and then you fry it. Deep fry it.
It's a cheese tater tot.
And then you got your little side of sauce right here.
What kind of sauce is that?
It's an interesting mix of ketchup and mayo and spicy mustard.
Fantastic.
Yeah, pretty fun
Food
stuff.
Must be pretty good.
Yeah, as you're about to find out in the next one. Who likes pizza?
I love pizza.
I
I love it.
So,
I like Hawaiian pizza. Good.
so as you probably can tell, there are a lot of places where they serve their pizzas flat. I don't know if you remember back in a few states that we visited, they have usually these flat crusted pizzas, and they don't even cut them into slices that we were familiar with, the pie slices. They cut them into squares. So there's always plenty to go around.
Is that crust just a regular crust or?
Yeah, it's a regular crust.
Got it. Cool.
And we got some, what was it specifically called? It was specifically called, butter cake.
Butter cake.
It was,
Ooh, I like that.
yeah,
Butter cake.
this is butter cake.
That's my favorite.
Debbie, would you like that with coffee?
Ooh,
Yeah,
yummy.
get your
Ice
L1
cream.
quarter for that coffee.
Yummy ice cream behind you.
So this is a flaky type of cake.
Hot chicken. What is that?
Yeah.
Ice cream.
Chicken.
Oh, that's
Ice cream.
s'mores ice cream.
Smooth ice cream.
So what it literally is just you cook s'mores and you put it on ice cream, and that's why it's steaming. What you see here.
Huh.
So this steam-like thing that you see right here, yeah, it's basically out of the freezer, literally.
Mhm.
Like Baskin Robbins.
Kind of, yeah. Baskin Robbins. What's another famous ice cream chain? Something like that.
I don't know.
Yeah, me neither.
I like frozen yogurt.
So yeah, let's move on to the
Like
next one.
ramen.
So let's talk about some famous people from Missouri.
Is
Anyone
that Albert
recognize this?
Einstein?
Nope.
How about
Einstein.
Albert Einstein is from Europe.
Oh,
Yeah.
To those of you who don't know, this is Mark Twain.
Mark Twain.
Mark Twain.
Yeah. Mark Twain, he was originally from Missouri. He wrote extensively about life in the American Midwest. What he also did was he published his first book, which was, interestingly enough, about frogs. So who would write a book about frogs, right? So yeah. So to those of you who don't know, he wrote books like Tom Sawyer, Huckleberry Finn.
Okay.
Those are his two most notable works. And he is often referred to by historians as the father of American literature. Because he wrote things as it was. Never glossing over, never sugarcoating it, just giving it to you how it is.
Awesome.
Tom Sawyer faked his death just to get away from some bad people.
Right.
It's not pretty, but it was necessary for his survival.
He's a scientist.
Nope, he was a writer. He wrote books.
But you know what? He does look like a scientist. He looks very smart.
Right.
Very smart.
He pretty much was smart, especially for his
Just like
time.
you, Frankie.
Yes, it is.
Very
Yes, it is.
smart man.
Let's move on to the next
Yes,
one.
it is.
Recognize this hand?
Who's that, Bruce?
Another thing.
Patricia, who do you think that is?
I try to think it. I don't know.
I love that you guys are trying. Go ahead and help us, sir.
This is Walt Disney.
Walt
Alright.
Disney. Walt Disney.
Almost had it.
Walt Disney.
Yeah. But just to be clear, he was born in Chicago, but he spent a lot of his time in Missouri. He moved everywhere. He was in Kansas City. He was in St. Louis. No, he passed away in the 50s.
Did he ever live in Disneyland?
No. Supposedly he did. But the thing is, if you go to Disneyland right now, there's an apartment that you can find. And yes, he did spend some time in there too.
Oh.
So if you go to Disneyland and if you go through that, what do you call that? That train track that goes to the center, there's one particular house. And if you look closely, there's a window. And that's where he had built his apartment.
Very cool.
So yeah, in a sense, he did live in Disneyland. But that was pretty
He had a place
occasional.
in Missouri.
Yeah, that was pretty occasional. So let's talk about the people of Missouri.
Okay.
So here's a physical map. This is what Missouri looks like, geographically speaking. So like I said, most people do not live in Jefferson City. They actually live in Kansas City. You know, the place where a lot of people get confused about. Why is Kansas City in Missouri?
All right.
It'd be a lot like naming a city California City, even though it's in Texas.
Oh, Tennessee.
Tennessee is a whole other story. So as of 2019, there are over 6 million people living in Missouri. That's a lot of people. And the most common ancestries are German, English, French, and yes, Carrie, Irish.
Oh,
Just like you.
Oh, she's probably.
So let's conclude today's class, ladies and gentlemen. So here's the license plate. And if Carmen were here, yes, the license plate is expired.
Oh,
She has a thing about that.
Yeah, she has a thing about that.
oh boy.
Yeah.
What are those numbers, you guys? You see the numbers?
M-O-2-0-2.
One.
Perfect. Perfect.
So yeah,
Oh, two.
this is Missouri, year 2021.
And then they have the symbol. And
Yeah.
it does look like the flag,
Yeah.
just a little bit.
It's a little more decorated, a little more, you know, a little more modern artist sort of thing. So let's conclude today's class. Missouri has been called a lot of things. It's been called the cave state. It's been called the mother of the West. It's been called the show me state. And no one can agree as to where the origins came from. But one thing is for certain. You don't really get told to believe certain things until you're shown it, right? Hence why it's called show me.
Okay.
So if you want to talk about Missouri, you got to show me what Missouri is known for. You got to show me what foods are available. Yes, we're always talking about food. I know. And when it comes to the people, yes, we got to talk about that. You got to show me everything. So, ladies and gentlemen, if you ever go to Missouri, I hope you like the Kansas City Chiefs and I hope you like their pizzas. So, thank you so much for joining me. I'll see you on the road.
Oh, yeah, baby. Yeah, baby.
you
Yes,
guys.
it's my turn.
Yeah, good.
Should we go find out about our Stanbridge students?
Yes,
Find out
please.
what's happening?
Yes,
Alright.
please.
All right,
Yes,
who's our
Carrie.
first victim? Come on up.
That's you.
not going together?
We'll go one at a time and then you guys can, only because I have questions. Oh, hi, I have my back towards you guys.
Oh,
Hi, you guys, happy Thursday.
happy birthday.
All right, I'll back up because you guys really don't need to see the bags under my eyes. All right.
Happy birthday, Carrie.
I know, thanks you guys. Okay, so a lot of our friends went on an outing. So a few of our friends are still here, but Twee was awesome enough to take them out on a outdoor walk, and we got our fresh air masks and all that good stuff. Sorry about that. And so we're always moving and eating right and breathing and getting our breathing, meaning getting our mask breaks and drinking water, right, guys?
Yes.
Washing our hands
Yes.
and all that good stuff. So I have a lovely guest right here with me. You know me, I'm Carrie. Who are you?
My name is Erin, and I am a student from Stanbridge University.
Fantastic, fantastic.
Ooh,
So right off the bat, so Stanbridge University, how many years have you been there with the program at school?
I started in June of last year, so I've only been there a little less than a year so far.
Okay. And then what program are you in? What are you interested in? What's your goal to achieve?
I'm in the occupational therapy assistant program.
Okay. Which
I-
for us means you want to assist who?
So it ranges from like babies to like geriatrics.
Aw.
But for me specifically, I want to work with kids, but I've also haven't worked with them yet, so I'm not really.
Yeah. No, you know, if they cry too much, you're like, let's change our mind, right? For
So,
sure.
Yeah, I want that experience as well.
Yeah.
But being here also is like, I actually really like it here too.
Did you guys hear that?
Yeah, I like it too. I love
She
it.
likes being here with you guys. Is that pretty cool?
Yeah, I like it.
Aw, very
She's
cool.
a nice lady.
Okay. So I have a couple questions. I took a picture of my questions because I'll put you on the hot seat. Normally there's a seat and we don't have one. So let me see. So right off the bat, the work-related questions, I'll manipulate them a little bit. So have you ever been here to Elwyn?
I have not.
How many times do you think you've seen the Elwyn building? Have you driven by the 405 freeway and
I'll
go,
drive by
wait
it
a minute, I know this wonderful place,
Yeah, so I drive by it all the time.
right?
Yeah, I use that freeway to get home and to school. So.
Yeah, isn't that funny? A
Yeah.
lot of people have mentioned that
It's a
too.
lot bigger on the inside.
So how many days have you been here?
This would be my second day.
Second time in the building,
Mhm.
driven by a dozen times.
Yep.
Well, welcome. You guys say welcome, clap your hands. Give her a round of applause. All right, fantastic. Okay, so another thing. What makes you smile when you come into the building? What are you, these are all my reminders to tell me to feed my belly at 11. So, Tell me, what makes you smile when you come into Elwyn? When you walk in, you know, some of us have been here for so long, we're like, here we come.
Right.
And then we see our friends and go, yay. But
Oh, yeah.
what is it that makes you go, you know,
Oh my gosh, everyone is so friendly.
really, we are, okay.
Yeah. So
That's
for
awesome.
my first day here, no one knew me, but everyone was saying good morning.
Aw.
Everyone was saying hi. And
Okay.
it like made me really excited. To
Really, did it? Okay, and what about safety? Did you feel safe? Was the process okay?
Yeah.
Did we take your temperature?
You
Did we
did,
ask
you
you the
did.
questions? Good.
Right when I got here, they took my temperature. I signed in, so they knew everyone that's coming in.
Oh, thank you for doing that. Yeah,
Yeah.
no, that's important.
And then they asked me to go wash my hands
Yep.
right when we get in, so we do that.
Perfect.
And I felt very safe coming in. They went over COVID
Yeah,
precautions,
yeah.
6 feet away, everything like that.
Awesome. Okay. Let me look at my quick little questions. And okay, nope, we're gonna go there. Okay, have you always? And I'm gonna get a little personal.
Yeah, it's fine.
And again, just say, Carrie, I am not gonna answer that. Say, okay, about yourself.
Okay.
Are you always been born and lived here in California?
Yes. So I am from a city near Long Beach.
Okay.
I don't know if you guys heard about it. It's Carson is where I'm from.
Okay.
But, yeah, born and raised here.
Do you guys know that you've been to Long Beach? Has anyone been to the aquarium? Right, that's in Long Beach.
Yeah,
Yeah,
Okay,
Curds
Tweet.
took us there.
I did take you there.
Yeah, you took us there.
I got a little
Hey,
lost. You're welcome.
hey,
And
hey.
we took you there, I think, once. Yep.
I like you.
Yep. And so we've been to Long Beach. We got there safely. And then okay, so that was your birth. And then we're here in Fountain Valley. What about how did you get here at L1 today? Because a lot of us take the what? Do you guys
The
take your
bus.
bike or the bus?
The bar.
And does the bus have seatbelts?
Yes, a lot
And
of them.
A lot of them. Do you guys sit safely and wear masks?
Yes.
Okay, well let's ask our friend. Yes, Patricia.
I sit by myself.
Good.
I sit by myself too.
You guys space and social distance.
That's
That's
good.
awesome. So please tell us,
So
Erin, how did you get here to L1?
I drove here myself.
You drove here
Yeah.
yourself.
15-minute drive.
Seatbelt,
Seatbelt.
extra careful, all that good
Brought
stuff.
my mask and my hand sanitizer in my purse.
Oh, hand sanitizer. We have that, right, guys?
Yes.
We use that often. Perfect. Oh my,
Yes, we do.
my cheat sheet
Yes,
went away.
Patricia?
You do a good job, and thank you for taking me for a walk.
Of
And I
course.
appreciate everything you do.
Thank you.
Oh,
Oh.
good job, Patricia. Yay.
And I want to say something to Terry. I love you, Terry.
Oh.
You're beautiful, you're gorgeous.
You are good for my ego. All right,
Yeah,
let's
me
ask some more
too.
questions. Let's learn about Erin. It's about Erin right now. Ready? Here we go. Tell me a little bit about your favorite food. I know all about yours. And you at home, right about now, I'm sure you're having some popcorn, hanging out, watching us. But let's hear about Erin. What's your favorite food, girl?
That's a very hard question.
It is. You have a ton.
I have a ton.
Oh my goodness.
Oh,
I'm
you were
probably
right.
gonna have to go with pasta.
Oh, okay.
Because there's a lot of different ones.
Okay. Yeah. Because it can be a soup.
I'm
It can be
cheating
a
a
pho.
little,
It can be a spaghetti thing. I
Yeah.
gotcha.
Yeah.
Okay. It depends on what restaurant you're going to.
Mhm.
When your friends call you up and say, hey,
Yeah.
you gotta go. I get it. Okay. What about a cook? You're in the kitchen, you're hanging out with your family, your friends, whoever. Do you cook?
I do not.
Yes, that's my girl.
Just because I'm surrounded by like a lot of people that do.
Yeah.
So I feel like I don't have to. I like watching and
Okay.
seeing everything that everyone
Okay.
does.
So there's a process you're learning.
Yeah.
I'm the girl that does the dishes.
Oh, me too.
Yeah, I'm
Yeah.
the dishes. I'll roll up the
Yeah.
sleeves, get on my purple
Mhm.
gloves, do my dishes. All
I
right.
did too.
Okay, so that was the other question. Here's my next cheat sheet. Ideas, goals. What would we went through this pandemic. We were really closed for a handful of years, almost 2 years, right, guys?
Yeah, 2 years.
And you guys were so grateful to let us call you every day, mail you things, talk to you, see you on FaceTime and that kind of stuff. We had time to learn things, whether it was music, reading, poetry, math. Is there anything you learned or sewing? We learned sewing and knitting. Anything that you goals or learned during that time frame of closure that you'd like to share?
Yeah, during that time, I wanted to be a little bit more active.
Oh,
So I tried jumping rope.
jumping rope?
Yeah, the first time I would jump and it would just be like,
Right.
And
Oh my
then
gosh,
I,
I'd be
like-
exhausted. Yeah.
And I can only do it for like maybe 5 minutes.
For
and then
sure.
I'd be like, oh no, not anymore. But now I can jump pretty quickly and
Awesome.
for a longer amount of time. It
How
took
fun.
a lot of work. It took maybe like 2 months to get
Yeah.
used to it. But
Yeah.
I stuck to it.
Awesome.
I feel more active with it.
Okay.
Yeah.
Like I envision some of these, and I'll have to play this for you guys. So at home, you guys, if you YouTube jump rope, there's some really amazing, talented men and women, even children, with music and people on each side. And
Oh,
they do
yeah.
this, and there's actually competition, like cheerleading competitions and tumbling, including the jump rope. And maybe you're not at that level yet,
Not
but
yet.
pretty cool, pretty
So I
cool.
stick to one rope.
Right. That's awesome. Okay. And super personal again, say Carrie, not interested. Who's a hero? Who's someone that you look up to and someone that, and it could be a thing, it could be a one, it can be someone that just crossed your path and drove you to be a better you.
Well, I'm gonna go with the cliche and say my mom.
Okay.
I think that she's like the strongest person ever, and
Wonderful.
she's like done so much, and I like questioned. I was like, how are you able to
Right.
like get up each day and do what you do after everything?
Fantastic.
And that's what kind of like motivates me to keep going. Because I just
Awesome.
want to like, make things easier for her.
Awesome.
So yeah, that's.
Aw. Are you guys hearing Erin?
Yes.
She's saying she's really giving extra kindness to her mom. Her mom, she appreciates her mom every day. So can you guys make sure you appreciate your house parent,
Yes.
your mom, your family members, your staff and your supervisors,
And
people
your
that are
friends.
there
Right.
that give you that extra good for you, good job. Make
Yeah.
sure that you appreciate them and say thank you. Like I know Patricia's raising her hand to say thank you. Yes.
I'm going home for Easter.
Okay, perfect. And you make sure you say thank you to your sister.
I will.
Fantastic. Okay, Erin, thank you so much. I'm going to have you come back, but we're going to call our next friend. Thank you again for your time. Thank you. All right. Yay, Erin. Good to meet you. All right. Our next victim. Whoop, whoop. Hi. All right. Introduce yourself.
Hi guys, my name's Ashley. I'm
Hi,
another student.
Ashley.
Hi.
Yeah, another awesome student. How many students, you guys, do you suspect are enrolled in Stanbridge?
In total or our program?
Just in general, well, how about your program?
I think there's 16.
Oh yeah.
16. Awesome.
15, I think.
15.
Okay, so 1, 5,
Around there.
16. Yeah. So 1, 5, 1, 5 with 10. And awesome. Okay, and so you guys are all enjoying this adventure of learning from, is it adolescents all the way up to seniors, of how to. So what is your goal? Your program, what is it called? What are you enrolled in?
I'm enrolled in the occupational therapy assistant program too.
Okay, and then what is your goal? What do you want to get out of it?
How to do the best patient care.
Okay,
Just knowing what a diagnosis is and how to best treat it.
wonderful. And then do you want to be in a hospital setting or a school program setting or
I'm thinking rehab.
rehab?
Inpatient
Okay,
rehab.
okay. So when you guys stub your toe or hurt yourself, she's going to be the girl to get you up and take care and get you guys out there enjoying your outings here at Elwyn right away.
Yes.
Okay, so
That'd be
listen, follow directions. When she's taking you out on your walks with your walkers and she's saying, stand up straight, be extra careful, that kind of stuff, she's not bossing you around. She's helping you.
Yes,
right?
yes.
Okay, just a minute. All right. So you came here at Elwyn, and how many days have you been here at Elwyn?
This is my second day.
Second day as well, no
Oh.
kidding. Never been here in the building ever? No way. How can you guys not been? Let me ask. Patricia, do you know how long you've been here at Elwyn?
I don't remember.
You don't remember. Anyone know how long you've been here at Elwyn? I can't remember. Twee, how long have you been here at Elwyn?
I believe around 6 years.
Okay, because I've been about 8 years, yeah. So we've all been here for a long time. Only 2 years or 2 days? Have you ever seen the building before? Never? Okay, so God bless Frankie. Can you do me a favor and go to the restroom and wash your hands? Yep, hop on up, safely do all those things.
Yes, I
Grab
will.
yourself some hand sanitizer on your way out for safety.
Yes, I will.
Right.
So that leads me to the question, are you a California girl? Where were you born?
I was born and raised in Idaho.
In Idaho. I wonder if Jeremy already covered that state. Do you guys, has anyone ever been to Idaho? I haven't been. I
A
want
lot
to
of people
go.
love it.
Have fun. So different weather?
Oh yeah.
Yeah,
We
snow,
get, all the seasons.
all the seasons. So you get to wear tank tops and sweaters and scarves and jackets and sandals.
Mhm.
All of them. Love it. I got to visit. All right. Okay. Whoops. I lost my cheat sheet. All right. So how long have you been here in California?
About a year.
Okay. Well, welcome
Thanks.
to Elwyn and California.
Thank you.
All right. Very cool. When you came into Elwyn, you walked through the doors. I'll ask you the same thing, similar, because everyone might have a different answer. Do you feel okay? Did you feel, nervous and safe? Because you never know. There's enrolled, we have quite a few, 144, 100 enrolled, but at any given day, we have anywhere from 77 to 80 in the building. So there's quite a few of us working diligently to stay safe with our masks and distancing. How do you feel when you come in? How does that work for you?
I think the safety measures are really good.
Okay.
I think it's great that you guys wash your hands immediately from entering.
Yeah.
And then just the masks too.
I am noticing you're wearing 2 masks.
Yeah.
I appreciate that. I mean, that is something that's an individual thing. I know that Twee wears 2 masks. There's a handful of us just for their own comfort. And I love that. Some people are wearing gloves. So again, whatever works for you, get on in here. We're safe. We're working on it. We want everyone to feel extra comfortable and happy. Again, with that, what makes you happy when you come into Elwyn? How are we treating you? How are you feeling personally?
Really great. I love seeing them. Like as soon as they get off the bus,
Yeah.
you can tell that they're.
Oh, do you like bus?
Yeah.
Is that
Just
fun
nice
to say
know
bye
they're
and hi?
happy. So it's just cute to see everybody.
Yeah. Isn't it nice how engaging they are in the morning and refreshed? I mean, it's even if they've had a bad night, it's how wonderful that you welcome them with a fresh smile, with their eyes, by the way, a wave gesture or a smile. And thank you for brightening up all of our friends' day. It makes a lot, right, Debbie? Isn't it nice to be welcomed and greeted and walked in from the bus? And then as well as in the evening time when you go home. It's so nice to be individually goodbye and said hello and goodbye for a long work day. You know, they're here for a good few hours. Okay, so with that, all right, I'm going to get personal. You okay with that?
Shoot it.
Okay. Do you guys remember where she was born? Where was Ashley born? Where?
Idaho.
Oh my gosh, we have a good listener. Whoop, whoop. Does she get lots of weather?
Yeah.
All right, good listener. Okay, so now we know that that's where you're born, your birthplace. And you live here in California. What city do you live in?
I live in Newport.
Newport Beach. Newport, that's where my parents live. Has anyone else been to Newport?
No,
No, you've never seen the boat parade?
no.
Okay, well, you know what? I think y'all are fibbing because Twee takes you guys to Newport.
We went to the Newport Beach all the time.
Yes.
Oh,
We
yeah.
went to the Marina Park. We watched the boat. People do the kayak.
Yes. Yes.
We did.
I'm not sure if you've gone across the ferry or not, but
No, we didn't.
yeah, see dolphins and seals because they bark. It's really fun.
Very loud.
Oh, they're very loud.
Yeah,
Okay.
that was
So our friends get here on the bus. They feel safe, all that good stuff. Do you ride your bike? Do you walk? Do you drive?
I wish I rode my bike here.
I know.
good.
I should ride my bike.
It's 13 miles.
Yeah, too
Yeah.
cold. Hey.
I have to wake up super early.
That would be a little too early for you.
Yeah, me too. Me too.
Okay. So do you drive or take the bus?
I drive here.
You drive here. Feel safe, all that good stuff. Sometimes you hit a little traffic. PCH is a hooker.
It's actually pretty.
Not too bad? Okay. And then, all right, we're going to move on to food because it's getting lunchtime, right, guys?
Yeah,
Okay, we're all food driven.
I'm hungry.
Did
now.
everybody bring a fruit?
Yeah. I didn't.
I know I did not, but I did blend. Okay, so what's your favorite food?
Sushi.
Sushi.
I like
Okay.
Korean food.
Okay. So do you eat with those chopsticks or a fork?
Chopsticks, of course.
I can't do that. My kids are Japanese and I can't, you know. They just laugh at me. They're like,
I
she needs a
Chinese
fork.
food.
I'll
Okay.
teach
You
you.
do? You like
I
you're
like
gonna teach me.
Chinese
Thank
food.
you. It takes me forever. You like Japanese and Chinese food?
Yeah, that Chinese is
I
pretty
like
good.
I like Chinese food. I like orange chicken.
You like orange chicken?
I like old chicken and teriyaki chicken.
Okay. So
I like both.
being that that's your favorite food, what would be your favorite restaurant?
Ooh. Well, I'm vegetarian, so
Okay.
it's called Kencho.
Okay.
It's really good.
Okay, so I wouldn't know what that was, but in case you guys want to know, say it again.
It's called Kencho.
Concho. Okay.
Kensho.
All right. And that's out in Newport?
No, I think I'm not sure where it's located.
Okay. All right.
Delivered.
We'll look it up. Oh, we love that. DoorDash,
Yeah.
food, whatever. Yeah. So delivery, and again, that's a safe thing. Okay. So what about cooking? With all that talents and all that good stuff. You're watching people and friends. They have you come over. Now that we have that social distancing lifted just enough, do you cook?
I do.
Yay! What do you do?
Like a lot of Mexican recipes.
Okay,
Some
okay.
my mom had taught me.
Awesome, awesome. So you said you're vegan, is that it?
Yeah.
Okay, so that's no meat?
Yeah.
Okay, do you guys know that? Do you know that we have some friends here at Elwyn that are vegan? And it's just it's a lifestyle. That means they do not eat meat.
What about you?
Oh, I'm not. I do enjoy, a sandwich, ham and cheese. Yeah, beef and broccoli. I do like that. It's just a personal healthy choice. I think it's a little easier on your body to digest. But so then you do cook. I love that. So then do you do the dishes or do you have someone else do that?
No, I do them.
Because I'll be more than happy to come do dishes if you want to cook.
I'm kind of a clean freak, so.
Okay, yeah.
I'm done.
Oh, meat free, clean, now she cooked. That's awesome. So tell me, let's go with that heartfelt question. The hero, someone that really touches your heart, that made you a better you, that influenced you. Go to Stanbridge, go to be a better you.
That's a hard one.
It is, it
Your
really
parents,
is.
Obviously.
Yeah, no, I get that. But,
I
it
think
could,
my roommate, like my old roommate,
yeah,
she was an ICU nurse,
okay.
so she inspired me to like always go out of your way to like be the best that you can be for
Yeah.
other people, because you never know what people are going through.
Right. So in the hospital, she saw all that
Everything.
fear, all that uncomfortableness.
Mhm.
So when they get out of the hospital, you want to make sure they stay out of the hospital. Okay, you guys would be a really rad duo. That's cool. Okay, well, that's really neat. I hope you let her know that you drove her, good drive. That's a good thing. So again, you guys, you do have to remember to thank the people that just make you be a better you. So just really be appreciative of every day that you're learning. Keith, I know that you really enjoy math. And I know Twee works really hard with you with your math. So make sure you say thank you, right? And Frankie and Bruce, you guys do paid work.
Yeah,
So make sure you say thank you.
thank
No,
you.
that you are doing paid work and all that good stuff.
We're lucky here.
You are so lucky here. But you know what? It's more about being appreciative and respectful and all that good stuff. And Debbie, you're enjoying your program too, and what we have to offer. Wonderful. You're so creative and talented. Thank you for adding that. And Patricia, I really enjoy that you go on all of the events and outings. You just are happy to do whatever Elwyn asks of you. You're just,
She loves to dance too.
oh yes.
She gets
Wow. I didn't know that. Actually, thank you for sharing. I didn't know. Yes.
I'm glad that you.
That we noticed you.
No, that you picked me for work.
Oh, and you know what, you guys, we do have Worker of the Month. We
We're
are
gonna do that again.
right. We do that at the end of the month since it's Worker of the Month. So the staff, what that is the staff sees and notices all the clients working really hard and all that good stuff, and then we write it down on a piece of paper and we pick them and they get big trinkets. And Elwyn just recognizes all their hard work and respect, and we want to make sure each and every one of them.
Feels noticed.
Yeah, it's kind of important. And then they get a picture and it goes up on the board and everyone sees it. It's a big deal.
That's cute.
So yeah. So I wish the staff get Worker of the Month, and then we can have our own parking space for one month. We're always fighting for a parking space. Not really fighting, just joking around. But is there anything you guys, Aaron, come on up, you guys, come on up together. Is there anything you guys would like to share together? I mean, the process and the paperwork, and I know that you guys have so much to do in your program, but we don't know much about it. How did you guys pick that university over all the others that are out there?
So my cousin went to this university.
Okay.
The first time I heard about it was it was during his graduation because I attended.
Okay.
And so I learned more about it and his program.
Awesome.
And then I did my own research and saw that they had like an assistant program as well. And so that's how I found out about it. It's really good stuff.
So you guys are actually volunteering your time. We're not paying you to be
Oh
here.
no.
Aww.
Oh.
Well, I'm getting paid to be here. And I thank you, Ellen. But no, I appreciate you guys volunteering your time to do that, to learn about the staff and the clients and the coworkers and how the ins and outs and how we work. And if you choose to change your mind and come back and work for Elwin, yay for us.
Yeah, it was.
Frankie's like, whoop, whoop. But yeah, and the same thing. I mean, how did you find out about Stanbridge? With so many other programs out there, how'd you pick?
I wanted something sunny.
Yeah.
I wanted to live by the ocean for a little bit. So.
Yeah. Okay. That makes sense. Yeah. And it's here local, right? And very good. And then how long is that from? Is it a 4-year?
2 years.
2 years.
Yeah.
Okay. And then everything will be completed in that time frame? Or do you move on and go to?
You have to take an exam.
Yeah, so
To get certified.
big exam to get certified,
Wow.
and then we can go and work as.
Scary. It's a big deal. A lot of hours?
Yeah.
Yeah. Okay. Okay. And
Yeah.
I'm sorry, you guys. I'm not thinking twice. So you guys are just like within months, you just started now. So about 2 years in.
Yeah.
Awesome. Well, I wish you guys all the luck. I can't think anything different. Your obstacles, your future is bright. And we know if you need any more hours, you need to come here. We just really appreciate all of you. Right, guys? Do we need our friends back?
Yes, we
Absolutely.
do.
So yeah, please,
Yes, we
please,
do.
our doors are open. You know, wear your mask, wash your hands, get on in here. We really can use just, we could really just enjoy your company and assets and everything that you have to offer are just incredible. So thank you for that. We really appreciate you choosing Ellen.
Thank you.
I'm sure
We
there's
love you
options out
guys.
there. So thank you. Thank you guys so much. Thank you. Thank you guys for being here and tuning in. And we'll see you, if not next. Is it Tuesdays and Thursdays we do that at?
Tuesdays and Thursdays.
Thank you, Frankie, Tuesdays and Thursdays. And we're so grateful for Jeremy to teach us all about that. And we'll have to learn about Idaho. Right, Patricia? Idaho. The other I.
Idaho.
That's awesome. Very good. All right. Thank you. Twee, sign us off. We appreciate it. Bye, everybody. Yay. Oh, I don't know if I'm turning it off. Dun, dun, dun. I'll walk out. All right. Yay. All right, you guys, thank you so much. I hope I didn't put you guys on the spot too much. Thank you. Thank you.